Good morning. Good morning. Good morning on this thankful Thursday. Good morning. I'm just going to wait for a couple of you to show up on this great Thursday. This is Thankful Thursday. Good morning, my sister. Good morning. It's a good morning. Yes, it is. Hey, sister girl. Yes, it's a good morning. I wanted to break out in song. It's a good morning. And just thankful for today. Thankful for this thankful Thursday. And just want to share some things that I'm thankful for. I am thankful for all of you that listen in. I'm thankful for you, Erica. And I'm thankful for the others. Hello, Beatrice. Good morning, Beatrice. I am thankful for you, Beatrice. I am thankful for the friends that I have made here on Facebook and going live. I am thankful for that. I am thankful for all the comments that are left, the good morning comments. Even after I am done, I am thankful for those who reach out and say good morning to me and leave comments just of the support and how what I have said have touched them. That's meaningful to me. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful. Good morning, Angela. I am thankful for being on my girlfriend's show yesterday, Pep Talk with Tisha Hammond. It is going to be airing today, August the 13th. I'm going to share more about that. So I was thankful for the opportunity to be on her show, Pep Talk with Tisha Hammond. Go over to YouTube and subscribe to Pep Talk with Tisha Hammond. Great information. She's interviewing various entrepreneurs at different levels in being an entrepreneur. And I'm sure of all the things that they are doing in the earth, you want to hear about it. Hello, Arlita. So take out the time to go over to YouTube. I also subscribe to YouTube. The things that I say here, I am posting them for those who are actually subscribe to YouTube. So that's an opportunity as well. I normally don't mention that. It's just something that I guess is not in my mind to think about. However, I am, and I do have a channel over on YouTube. So check us both out. Pep Talk with Tisha Hammond, and mine is called Regina Hall. So thank you so much, and I just wanted to let you guys know how grateful I am for your presence, for you allowing me to occupy this space that you're in right now. So on Tuesday, Thoughtful Tuesday, I talked about thoughts matter. Yeah, we talked about thoughts matter. And what I went on to talk about, that what we think on impacts us, and what we think on does matter. What came to mind for me today, just to kind of flush that out more, is that there used to be a time that I actually thought that if I didn't speak it, then it wasn't going to have an impact on me. If I didn't speak the thought, because I was told to watch what you say, which is true. And I thought that if I didn't speak it, then it wasn't going to impact me. I began to understand that that wasn't true. Because the person that I listen to the most every single day is myself. The person you listen to every single day is yourself. Those 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts that I talked about are the thoughts that you're listening to self. So what I ruminate on, what I allow to get in my spirit, what becomes repetitive, eventually it's going to work itself out. Now, it may not work itself out the way I think it's going to work itself out, but it works itself out. So just think about it. Let's say that you are afraid to drive on the expressway. And the only thing that you're going to do is drive locally. I know people who actually deal with that. Good morning, Tisha. And then they drive just locally. And they'll tell you, and I know many people, even people in my family, they would not drive the expressway. The fear has set in. And the fear is greater than what can actually happen. Think about an airplane. Someone thinks that the airplane is going to crash, and they really believe that the airplane is going to crash. My lighting is going out. And they really believe that the airplane is going to crash. So guess what? They think that, and then they do not get on that plane that day. The plane did not crash, but because they believed the plane was going to crash, the thought became stronger than what actually happened or could actually happen. Because in their mind, they believed that it was going to crash. So we have to think about that, right? But I want to share a more positive story. My husband and I had an opportunity to go on a picnic. Good morning, Carrion. We had to be intentional on this past Saturday to create that space for the picnic. So wait one second. This lighting is going out, literally. I thought it was better. So we decided to go on a picnic, and we had to be intentional about it. Now, we were able to go on a picnic and we set up, but this was really funny because my husband wanted to go to the picnic table. And I was like, I'm not going to no picnic table. And I had Lysol. I did. I didn't have a cover to cover it, but I did have the Lysol. And I said, I'm not going to the picnic table. And he was like, well, what would you like to do? We had an extra chair, and I put everything on the chair. We had a wonderful time, a great time. But I wasn't going to those tables at all. I didn't care if I sprayed them. For me, coronavirus was just too much for the table. So I didn't do it. But today what I want to talk about is the power of pause. Stepping back. So I had an opportunity to step back and think about that. And I said, oh, Gina, you know what? You could have done some things. You could have sprayed the table. But instead, I sprayed the chair. And we set the things there. I could have taken possibly a comforter, something to lay out, a blanket on the grass. We could have done that. But we did have our chairs, and we improvised. So and we had a chair, extra chair, and we just put the stuff there. But it was great. But just reflecting on to make that even a greater experience for us. So the power of pause leads to reflection. It can. So think about that. The power of pause. Stepping back from an experience that you have, making space for that experience, and thinking about it. Oftentimes people say that when we have experiences, it's a teacher. Experiences is the great teacher. That's what people have said. That's not true. One of my mentors showed me that. He said that experience is not the great teacher. Evaluated experiences is the best teacher. That's powerful. Evaluated experiences being the best teacher, right? I feel like I'm just about to dark out on you guys, but I want you to know my light has gone out on this side. And they say the show must keep going. So reflecting on the experiences is the great teacher. Recognizing, asking questions. I posed some questions to myself. How could I have made that experience better? We had a great time. Do not get me wrong. But we, next time, can enhance that experience. I just want to call it enhance. Because I can enhance that experience. And I want to encourage us to think about experiences, whether they're good or bad, and think about those thoughts that we're having. If we reflect on it, it gives us insight into the situation. Now, one of the insights that I had was when I wanted my daughter to have a different experience, or my child, than I did when I was in school. One of the things that used to cause a lot of scrapping, fights, was somebody talking about your mama. I mean, people would scrap, kids would throw down just by the mention of your mama. A fight would break out. And I thought that was crazy. When I participated, when others participated, I thought that was crazy. So one day, again, this is before I had my daughter, one day I was listening to a speaker. And her name, she's doing great things in the earth. Her name is Dr. Sabrina Jackson. And she said that her son came home very upset that some of his classmates, his peers, had called her black and fat. She told him that she was. She took the sting out of that. She said, I am black. I am fat. So what are you going to fight about? She took the sting out of that for him. I resonated with that. I thought about that. But I even went one step further for me. So I wasn't sure, was she going to have these experiences? But one thing I was sure of, that I wanted to give her the tools to deal with that experience. So what I said to her, as she got older, kindergarten, things happen more faster now, more fast than when they happen for us. So I just talked to her about understanding, if anybody say your mama, do not fight. Don't fight over that. And I showed her and said to her, if they say things like your mama is strict or your mama don't let you do anything, okay, great. That may have some validity. But whatever else they say about your mom, the only mom they live with on a 24-hour basis is their mother. They're talking about their mama, not your mama. I needed her to understand that. And I'm sharing that, and hopefully that's helping some mothers, but I'm sharing that to say, when we evaluate our experiences, it gives us opportunity to gain insight. So reflection helps us to gain insight. So I want to encourage us in that, to think about finding a place on a daily basis where you are reflecting. Every morning, and I want to move to twice a day, I reflect on my day. I do it at least once a day. But I'm learning to also make space for the positive experiences, to step back and say how I enjoyed the experience. I said earlier that I was on my friend's pep talk with Tisha Hammond. I said that earlier, to go on YouTube and check her out. But what I also want to say is that I reflected on what I said and how it made me feel. And I am going to write about that even today. But I reflected in my mind yesterday because I had that experience. It was pre-taped. And now I'm going to think about it and write about it, how it made me feel. I felt very happy about it. So don't write about what happens negatively. Write about the things that you experienced and how you created a positive space for that. And create those experiences again. Write about if you had a situation with your husband, if you had a situation with your children, write about it. Gain some insight about it and gain knowledge. Ask yourself some questions. So here's the action. Take action. Here's the challenge. Choose a place where you can reflect. Choose that place where you can reflect. Pause. Write about it and gain insight. Remember this, that experience is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. My name is Regina Hall. I'm a speaker, trainer, and coach. I desire to help women to discover who they are through journeying in self-acceptance, personal authenticity, and adding value to others. Check me out on reginachall.com. That's my website. I also have a page, a business page, Enlightened Heart Services. You can also join Enlightened Hearts. That is a Facebook private page that I have for women. I have a workshop coming up on self-care Thoughts Matters. Thoughts Matter. And that's going to be on August the 20th. You can find out more information on my website, reginachall.com. Thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to speaking with you, if the Lord say so, on Thoughtful Tuesday. Take care now.